Hey everyone, Rob Adams here of the Actors Workshop, and it's time for a new episode of In the Abyss. So today I want to talk about wants versus needs, okay? And sometimes I'll use the expression have tos versus want tos. Same kind of idea, but we'll do needs and wants for today. What are needs in our life, or what are have tos in our life? Have tos, needs, etc. are gotta eat, gotta drink, gotta sleep, got to go to work. If you're younger, got to go to school. These are things that we have to do in life because we have to make money. We have to get an education. We have to survive. Okay? So then on the flip side, what are want tos? Want tos are things that we consider things we'd like to do or things we'd like to give a try to, right? They don't become have tos unless it's your career. Okay? Or they don't become a need unless it's your career. So you can play around with guitar because it's something you want to try or want to do, but until you make it a need, it's just going to be something you want to do. So how does this pertain to acting? Same idea, right? Acting for most people is something they want to do. It's something that they dream about. It's something that they've always, you hear it all the time. It's something I've always dreamed about. It's something I've always wanted to do. But the truth of the matter is, unless you turn those wants into needs, you're never going to be successful because there's needs in that want to be successful. So if it's just a want, I want to give this a shot, I want to try it, I want to do this, I want to do that, it really is just a hobby. And you're not really going to have the success you think you're going to have having it as a want. If it becomes a need and you start to do the things you need to do. So what are some of the things you need to do? Well, of course, you need to train, right? You need to study your craft. You need to master your craft. You need to do that, right? You also need to have discipline. You need to have consistency. You need to have these things. So the want becomes a career. So it goes from a hobby to a career, right? The want becomes a want into becoming a need. And then you start to become consistent, right? With what you're trying to do. So think about it this way. I think a lot of people think about the needs and the have tos in life as work, right? Because these are the things we have to do in life. You have to get up in the morning and you have to go to work, or you have to get up in the morning and go to school, the things we're still talking about. But if you look at it in the acting terms that I need to do this because it's going to make me successful. I need to do this because this is how I'm going to give myself a shot at making this a career. All of a sudden, you don't sit there and look at it as a negative. You know, last night in class, we actually talked about how the biggest problem with society today is everybody looks at the negative. The first thing people think of is the negativity in life. They never find the positive. So what happens is they find why they can't do it a lot quicker than why they find they can do it because they live in the negative. Turn that around and live in the positive, right? So your mind should say, hey, I want to turn that want into a need, and the journey is going to be a blast. I can't wait to see where this is going to end up. And so what starts to happen is you start to evolve into this person who needs to do this, right? I need to keep going to class. I need to keep getting consistent. I need to work on my resume. I need to do all this stuff so then I can pursue this career because this is the career I need to do. So now all of a sudden it's not something I've always wanted to do. This is the career I need to do. And that's how you start to become successful. And then those needs evolve into, hopefully, that career you're working toward. But it is a mentality. One of the things I always talk about is, what is your mentality? We actually have an episode, if you go back into some of the past episodes, talking about mentality. But it can be a fun journey if you don't make it work. It has to be work, but if you don't make it work, if you enjoy it, right? What is the number one thing that causes actors to give up? Frustration. Why are they frustrated? It's not going as fast as they like. They're not getting out of it what they like. It's all of this different stuff, rather than sitting there going, okay, this is a process, and I need to keep working through this process to be successful. And each day is a new day of learning. Each day is something new to get better, right? And so if you start to do all that stuff, then all of a sudden those wants in acting become the needs, but in a good way, where it's not like, oh God, I got to go to work. It's like, oh, cool. I get to learn something new today about acting. And it's going to make me a better actor today than I was yesterday. And then what starts to happen is you build the confidence we were talking about. You build the consistency that we're talking about. And that's what it takes to be successful. The most successful people in life are the most consistent and confident what they do. But the confidence comes from consistency. So if you change the way you think, if you make it into a positive, if you take the thought away from the hobby and the dream and all that stuff and make it into, this is what I'm going to do as my career, it starts to evolve. And when it starts to evolve, you're giving yourself a chance, right? I've said it a million times. I can't promise anything. No one can promise anything. We can't even promise tomorrow. But what I can promise you is if you change your mentality, you're opening up the doors to give yourself more opportunity. And that's what it's going to take to be successful. Okay? So yes, we have wants in life and we have a lot of needs in life. And sometimes with those wants, you need to do certain things to be successful, right? Once again, you need to be disciplined. You need to work at it. You need to be consistent. But that doesn't mean that it can't be fun while you're doing that stuff. It just opens up the doors to make it a lot more fun when I don't have to worry about dialogue. I know it. I don't have to worry about going to class. I look forward to it. I don't have to worry about my resume because I work on it. I don't have to worry about, right? Because all of those things become the needs to have a career. And if you do that, you have a chance. If you don't, you have no chance. You fall away to the wayside like many, many actors do. I've coached actors for 31 years, and I would say about 90% of them fall to the wayside. That's only about 10% select group that push through and give themselves a chance, right? So this is not really a learning video. This is an inspiration video. This is for you guys to sit there and be inspired about what you do. Stop making it a dream. Stop saying it's something I want to do. Say it's something I need to do, and this is what I'm going to do. And how I'm going to do it is I am going to do the work. Going to be prepared. Going to be word for word. Going to show up to every class. Going to get the most out of everything I do. Take a learning lesson every time you're in my class. Take it as something you're learning. If you're not in my class, you're missing out. You need to join and get in here and figure it out. But whatever it is, be inspired about what you do. Last night, I'll leave you with this. Last night we talked about the difference between people today and the people about yesterday was that people in the old days, when I was a kid, we had heroes. We had people that we looked up to, idols. People don't have that anymore. So you have nothing to be inspired about. You have nothing to drive you. You have nothing to drive that passion that is in you because you don't have someone to go, that's the career mode I want to be in, right? You have to find things that inspire you. It could be music. It could be people. It could be both. But you've got to find things because that keeps the drive. Otherwise, it's always going to be something you want to do. Make it something you need to do. I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you have any questions, you can leave comments in the comment section or email me at theactorsworkshop@cox.net. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, get on there, hit the subscribe button, hit the like buttons, pass this on to your friends. Let's keep this going. I will see you soon.